What's up, squeegee slingers and water-fed pole wiggling wagglers, and welcome back to the Tradman YouTube channel once again. Today we're talking about the ultimate traditional tool belt, so let's get into it. So folks, what on earth is all of this, you may be wondering? Well, whether you have a traditional window cleaning belt on just occasionally or you have it on all day, and whether it's quite a light traditional setup that you've got or a bit more heavy going and heavy duty like mine, you've got quite a few tools, then something like this may be very, very helpful to you. So what actually is this then? Well, I'll leave a link in the description below. These specific braces are called the Magma work braces. You'll find them on Amazon and they're around about £20, so they're quite inexpensive. But the reason I like them is it's got 4 loops. You've got 2 at the front and then you've got 2 at the back. So it's really supporting your traditional belt very, very well. Now, if you've only got one bucket and a belt, one squeegee, you probably won't need braces. But say for instance, you've maybe got quite a few tools, quite a few squeegees, or you've got 2 pouches. Once you start adding a few bits and pieces, it puts that extra weight onto your hips, doesn't it? So by using work braces like this, it distributes the weight a lot better and a lot more evenly. And I found through the course of a working day that these braces have really helped with the lower back pain that I once had. Now, my lower back pain was actually caused by using water-fed poles, very, very long water-fed poles, and used them for far too long. So I ended up damaging the lower section of my back, which basically means that if I strap anything around my waist or use a water-fed pole, it can from time to time aggravate it. But using the work braces I've found has really, really helped. So the next thing you're probably thinking though is, how easy is this to take on and off? Well, actually it's very, very easy. There's 2 points that you basically connect together. You've got your normal traditional buckle, which is this one here. I'll leave a link in the description below to this belt as well. It's called the Magma belt, but it's just a quick release, okay? So you've got that one there, and then you've got one that goes across the chest to give that support, okay? But I actually only undo the Magma belt there, and then you can lift off the entire trad belt up and over the head like so, and then hang it up in the van, okay? So you're literally still unclipping and clipping just one buckle. You simply put it on, like so, and then you simply do up your trad belt as you normally would, and then you're ready to go. So how have I got my traditional belt set up? Well, as you've maybe seen in one video I think I did maybe a year or 2 ago, still very similar, but I've basically got my applicator for the left hand and also my sill squeegee in the left hand, and my main right hand squeegees are on my right hand side. So we've got the large, medium, and then smaller squeegees in an eteray holster just there. So everything is nice and easy to access, especially when you're up a ladder. I'm not having to stretch around and try and grab tools. So if you've only got one bucket and a belt, you'll know yourself that, say for instance, your applicator is here, you're throughout your working day are having to try and twist to grab your tools, whereas if you've got it set up like this, a bucket and a belt each side, there's no twisting, it's just much easier on the body, and you can just pull out your tools like so. Now the downside is obviously the more tools you have, as we've discussed, the more weight there is, but also the more cautious you have to be when perhaps you're going past sort of narrow alleyways or people's cars and things like that. You've got a little bit more to be aware of. So what I normally do is just pull the bucket and a belt in like that, and then you're reasonably thin. Well, I am. So these Magma braces are really, really cool and nice and easy to get on and off. And like I say, they've got the support across the front, and they've also got a support that goes across the back as well. So all the weight is being evenly distributed. So even if you're using your traditional tools, maybe only for an hour or 2 on that odd job, having something like this does really, really help, and you will feel that you're a lot better supported with your tools. So let's just briefly have a look at what we've actually got on the trad belt. So as you'll see at the front, we've got the Mormon pouch, and in here I've got things like my soap, extra water so I don't have to keep doubling back to the bucket. I've got all my cloths and such like in there for frame cleaning. We've got a little clip here which is basically to hold cloths on a pole. So if it's a windy day, you don't want your cloth flying off when it's on the end of a pole, you can put your cloth over the pole or over a squeegee and then simply use one of these spring-loaded clips to hold on that cloth onto your pole or your squeegee. I got that from like an auto parts type store, but you get them from any kind of DIY place. They're nice and easy to source. We've got a little detail brush here as well, so those little gaps between the frame and the sill, quite often you get trapped dirt in there, so that's just a nice firm brush and it gets all that trapped dirt in there. It does make a heck of a difference when, especially you've got white frames, that gets rid of all the trapped dirt in there. If we spin around to the right hand side, we've got a custom made Mormon bucket on a belt. I'll leave a link in the description up above here, and you'll find how I've modified this to take the accelerator handles a lot better and also avoid getting nicks in the rubber while it's sitting inside the bucket. So I'll leave that at the top of the screen. If we come round, we've got the Ettore twin holster. I think this is nylon, and it holds these squeegees really nicely. Unlike a leather holster, sometimes that can be a little bit tricky to get your tools in and out. It can be a bit sticky. With these ones, it's really nice. They just slide in nice and easy. As you can see, no problems whatsoever. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll come around to the left-hand side. We've got what my left hand uses, which is the applicator and also the sill squeegee. So I'm going to be doing a video at a later date on how to work quickly and effectively using two hands. But just a quick demonstration, say for instance I'm squeegeeing the window down, this hand is automatically going for the sill squeegee, so when I close out, then I'm doing the sill exactly just straight after. So I'll do a video on that at a later date on how to work more efficiently. And finally, if we come around the back, we've got our extra pouch which has my frame restoration stuff in it. So we've got things like Unger Rub Out, which is, I'll leave a link in the description below as well, really good in frame restoration, a cleaning product there. We've also got things like Bronze Wool, and we've also got a Unger Ninja razor as well. So that's all in there, so it's nice and handy. And what else have we got? One final thing, the Ninja microfiber cloth with the scrubby corners, that's all in the back. So everything's nice and easy to access and ready to rock and roll. So highly recommend these work braces. Like I say, link in the description below. It's on Amazon, nice and cheap as well. Give them a try. There's plenty other alternatives as well out there. These are the ones that I personally use. They're really cool. You've got little things for pen holders and all sorts of stuff. But if we can, folks, I'd like to especially speak to manufacturers and urge you guys to think about perhaps making these for window cleaners, maybe designed around what window cleaners use on a day-to-day basis. I think there'd be a lot of people, especially that carry quite a few tools, would appreciate being able to buy something like this that's designed for window cleaners. But there's just a thought for out there, and hopefully manufacturers that are watching this will maybe take it on board. We shall see. But there you go, folks. So that is the Tradman's ultimate traditional setup with the work braces for that extra support and a little walk around what we have on the belt. Any questions? Fire them in the comments box below. That'd be super appreciated. Any questions at all? And thank you once again for watching. You've been watching the Tradman, the window cleaner YouTube channel. Remember to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you can. And until next time, you take care, be good, and bye for now.